Look, sulfides. You say it's sulfur, but it's probably sulfides that you smell. Rotten eggs.
Yes, horrible.
That's sulfides. Not just sulfur, it's sulfides.
Like a paper plant.
Yes. Cabbage factory. That's what we used to call it. Pulp mill, right? Okay. So what did I say this? I call this rule, your book calls this rule the octet rule, right? Everybody wants to have 8 in its valence shell. I call it the noble gas rule because everybody wants to be like a noble gas. Look, here's lithium, sodium, potassium, the group 1 elements. They lose 1 electron, and their electron arrangement looks just like the noble gases that they just passed. Group 2 elements lose, stop doing that. They lose 2 electrons, they go back here. Right? Stop. Now, the nonmetals, they go forward on the periodic chart to look like a noble gas. Okay? So everybody, when you have a noble gas electron arrangement, that makes you more stable and makes you happy. It's a good thing. So you gain or lose electrons until you have a noble gas number of electrons. Okay? So what are the noble gases' numbers of electrons? If you have 2, if you have 10, if you have 18, 36, and 54. So when you have those numbers of electrons, you're happy. If you gain or lose electrons to get to there, then you're going to be happy. Okay? Does that make sense? The one that's closest to you. So, here's some common cations that are found in the body, right? Sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium. Everybody knows about sodium. Where do you get sodium at? We need salt, right? Table salt. That can give you lots of sodium. And you need sodium, right? There's often discussions of like, oh, you eat too much sodium or whatever. Yeah, it can be bad for you. It makes it difficult for your body to regulate your fluids if you eat too much sodium, right? It can cause high blood pressure because it causes vasoconstriction, right? It constricts your veins and your arteries, causes high blood pressure, okay? Potassium, also needed. Most people would say you get potassium in bananas. If you're ever low in potassium, you eat a banana. How do you know you're low in potassium? What's a real good sign you're low? You have cramps. Why? Because potassium helps regulate your body fluids and your cellular functions. And when you get low on potassium, it also helps regulate nerve impulses and muscle contraction. Okay? Those nerve impulses going to your muscles, right? Now, calcium, we all know where you find calcium in your body. It's in your bones, right? Your bones are an ionic compound built, one of the things in it is calcium. You need lots of calcium. It's also important for muscle contraction, sending signals. Now, magnesium is especially important in muscle contraction and for nerve impulses. And the example I used in the last class was, I don't think anybody had ever heard of this. Aren't you? Where do you work?
Private homeschool teach.
You private homeschool teach. Does anybody in here already work in the medical industry at all?
I work at the hospital.
You do? What do you do?
I work in the ER. I'm the phlebotomist.
Anybody ever worked in OBGYN?
Yeah.
You know what they use mag sulfate for?
They're using the baby.
No, the opposite.
They're stopping labor.
They're stopping labor. Yeah. Mag sulfate, magnesium sulfate. The source, what you're using it for is to provide magnesium ions. Magnesium acts as a muscle relaxant. What's the danger in giving magnesium sulfate? It helps stop contractions, because contractions are the uterus contracting, right? Squeezing that baby out. Great sound effect. Huh? You like that sound effect?
It's going to have effect on the rest of your muscles in your body.
It's not good for the baby.
Well, it's not only, it's marginally okay for the baby. But what happens?
As it affects the other muscles in your body?
It doesn't just affect the uterus, it affects all your muscles.
You can't get up long and stuff.
Well, what's even more important than that? You got one muscle that needs to keep going all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
So you give too much mag sulfate, what happens? Reduces blood, your heart rate goes way down and stuff. So it can be dangerous for the baby as well. But if you're trying to, if you have somebody that's 20 weeks and they're in labor, what's the risk?
You gotta weigh it out.
Yeah, you got to try to stop the contractions. So you know, they weigh those kinds of things out like that, right? But so that's what magnesium does. It helps control muscle contraction, right? Y'all didn't know that? There used to be a show on TV called ER. Anybody ever seen it?
George Clooney.
Yeah, George Clooney was in it. There was a British woman. She was a surgeon.
Yeah.
And she gave an injection of mag sulfate to a guy and stopped his heart because she didn't read the bottle correctly, and she overdosed him for mag sulfate. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Her name was Elizabeth, I think. So, let's do this problem together. Can we write a formula and a symbol for an ion with 16 protons and 18 electrons? What's this telling me? When you read that, what do you see? You just go, oh crap, I got no idea what's asking. You already know something. What is this telling you right here?
The element of sulfur.
The element of sulfur. Why do you say the element of sulfur?
Because 16 is its identifier.
16 is the atomic number for sulfur. 16 protons means you have sulfur. And now watch this. I'm going to write, I have 16 pluses and I have 18 negatives, don't I? So is this thing charged? Does it have a charge? What is a charge?
2.
It's not just 2, it is.
Oh, 2 plus.
Which one does it have more of?
Negative.
It has more negatives. So it is.
S2.
Yeah? They're good?
So it wouldn't just, well,
What?
You have more P than positive.
Ask.
it wouldn't just make it even? I mean, so since 18 is,
It can't make it even. It's sulfur.
I know, but it's,
Sulfur can only have 16 protons. And it gained 2 electrons. It's not asking where it got them from. There had to be a man in its life someplace that gave it 2 electrons.
So it's happy like argon.
It's happy because now it has 18 electrons like argon does. Did I pass her the sign sheet? I didn't. Okay.
so what is that?
This is the sulfide ion.
Okay. So it goes from becoming sulfur to sulfur.
5. Yep. We're going to get to naming stuff on Wednesday if we got class.
But it's officially an
Do what?
It's an anion.
It is an anion. It's negatively charged. Anion. Okay? All right, let's think about these 2 elements right here. Calcium and chlorine. Let's write them up here. Calcium and chlorine. Calcium a metal or not a metal? It is a metal. How do you know that? It's in group 2. It's on the left-hand side of the periodic table, right?
Yes.
What about chlorine? How do you know that? Group 7 on the right-hand side of the periodic table. How many valence electrons does calcium have?
2.
How do you know that? Group 2. Chlorine, how many valence electrons? 7 in group 7. How many electrons does calcium have to gain or lose until it looks like a noble gas?
6.
Okay, good point. 2 or 6. What do you think's easier?
2.
It's going to lose 2, isn't it? It's not going to gain 6, is it? So it's going to lose 2. Wow. What about chlorine?
Gain 1.
And yeah.
It's going to gain 1 because it already has 7. So if it just gains 1, then it has 8. It's happy.
And that's all, the 8's the max.
8. Once you got 8, 8 is great. 8's good. Okay? So let's write the symbols for these in. Calcium lost 2 electrons. So it's going to have a charge of 2, plus or minus?
Plus,
Plus, because it lost electrons. There's fewer electrons now. So that means chlorine gained an electron. It's going to be minus. Okay? Like that. Good?